First up in this week's news roundup, we've been waiting for more details of will.i.am's smartwatch ever since it was teased months ago. Unlike most of the current crop of smartwatches, actually a connected device in its own right, cramming in a SIM card so it can pull down 3G data, make and receive calls, and send text messages, all without actually needing to pair with a smartphone. There's currently no word on pricing just yet, but it is set to be unleashed on unsuspecting shoppers by Christmas. Next up, last month we spotted hardware modder Ed Zarek take his hand on crafting a portable Xbox One laptop, and now he's back with a PlayStation 4 you can pop in your backpack. While larger than your typical laptop, the Playbook 4 has more in common with oversized gaming notebooks that take up your whole desk, but it's still impressive. Zarek has taken a similar process to his Xbook One project, packing in the same 22-inch 1080p LED screen, along with a 3D printed and laser cut plastic case. But for the complete custom creation, it will set you back a wallet-bursting $1,395. And finally, Apple hit the stage again this week to announce their new lineup of iPads and their brand new Retina 5K iMac. First came the iPad Air 2, and at 6.1mm, it's the thinnest iPad yet. The second generation 64-bit A8X chip is faster than before, while still providing the 10-hour battery life we've come to expect. The rear eyesight camera on the iPad Air 2 has been given a boost too. It now has an 8-megapixel sensor that's capable of shooting 1080p video and can even snap time-lapse images, panoramas and slow-mo videos for the first time on the iPad. The big new feature we're excited about though is Touch ID, as we've seen on the iPhone. You can use it securely to quickly log into apps and even make purchases online using Apple Pay. And while seemingly like an afterthought, during the press conference Apple also announced the iPad Mini 3, an updated version of the slightly smaller slate we've come to know and love. It gains Touch ID, a 5-megapixel rear camera, and also arrives in silver, space grey and gold as well. But it was the 5K Retina iMac that was the real showstopper. The 27-inch desktop gives you plenty of pixels, 5120 by 2880 to be exact, which is ridiculously sharp. If you're looking at 4K video on the new iMac, you'll still have some pixels left over. It's powered by Intel's latest chips, including a 3.5 GHz Core i5 quad-core processor as standard that's coupled with 8 GB of RAM, while AMD is supplying the graphics with its powerful R9 chip. It's thin too. Even with its huge eyeball-popping display up front, the new iMac measures at just 5mm thick at its thinnest point. But it'll set you back a pretty hefty £1,999, and is available now if you've got the cash to flash.